as time flies by, you'll open up your eyes wide. You feel it's gonna go your way. Hey, hey, it's a brand new day. Hey, 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 it's a brand new day.
Those of you who joined us on Marbella Radio on Wednesday the 25th of July will have had the pleasure of listening to the lovely Lena representing the Butterfly Skin Children's Charity here in Marbella. But Lena has come to us from Austria, so welcome to Marbella, sweetheart.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure to have you here. How long have you been here?
Already for 11 months.
Wow, that's quite a long time. Have you picked up any Spanish?
Sí, un poquito, hablo.
Muy bien, muy bien. So what brought you over to Marbella with the Butterfly Children's Charity?
I came here to take an internship with Debra Spain, and was planning to be here for 2 months to help a little bit in summer, but I liked it so much that I stayed. It became like a second family for me. I learn a lot, and I hope I also can help a little.
You're working together with Charito, so I understand that you are studying journalism, marketing. What is your speciality? What is your passion?
My passion is event planning and fundraising.
Wow, very necessary for Debra, for the Butterfly Children's Charity.
And the good thing here is that I learn a lot. We're not a big team, so you can learn a little bit from every aspect. And also with Charo, she includes me in all her work, and I really enjoy being with her and learning a new thing every day.
As I understand it, the only source of income that you really rely on is from donations, the charity shops and these events.
Yes.
Obviously that's a lot of importance on doing good events. Where do you begin? What kind of events can you create? How diverse can you get?
I think there is no real limit. Like everyone who has a good idea and has enough time and passion, they can do their own little events, and even small things are a big help for us.
You've come from the Butterfly Children's Skin Charity in Austria.
Yes.
What differences do you notice about, say, fundraising and the infrastructure of a charity in Austria compared to how we do things? Well, not just in Spain, but in Marbella, which is its own special idiosyncrasies. It's quite different in itself.
I would say that the fundraising methods differ a little bit. We don't do our own events anymore in Austria, but here, of course, being in a place where everyone plays golf events are a big thing, and it's easier to get people to participate here. And yeah, it's also very interesting for me to see the differences between the two charities, which are basically the same, but they do things differently. And I think that's also the nice part, that they can learn from each other. And there's also Debra International, and it's a umbrella organization for all the Debra organizations around the world. And as you can see, I'm here now, coming from Austria, and without Debra International, this maybe would have never been possible. And so I really like the connections that we have, and I see us like a big family who helps each other and learns from each other and just connects between everyone.
Proving that hashtag Better Together really is the key, because you say we can learn from each other, we can grow together. How did you get involved with the Butterfly Children's Skin Charity in the first place? What was the connection for you?
My father founded Debra Austria a few years after I was born with other parents, so I basically grew up with having Debra around me. So it's always been my second family, and they've also been years where I didn't want to be involved so much because, of course, I live with butterfly skin myself and it's a big part of my life. But there was some point where I didn't want to be defined by it, and I needed some time to see that it's a big part of myself, but it's not only who I am. But in the end I found my way back, and I love to combine the both parts. Like I love to be in communication and fundraising and event management, but also I can use the knowledge from having butterfly skin myself, and I think sometimes it's easier to make people understand the importance of their help and their donations, and to raise awareness when they understand how it might be to live with butterfly skin. So I love to combine those parts and get the best out of it.
It's wonderful to see how using what could potentially be something that's negative to a positive. I know that when we were chatting with Jose Godoy and Silvia Magro, they've got a little boy Pablo, who has mastocytosis, and this is something that gives also afflictions to the skin inside and out. And I know one of the things that was very worrying for them was how other people would react to Pablo, because obviously it's not contagious, there's nothing wrong except for what you are suffering or he is suffering personally. How do you go through a day-to-day embracing? Obviously the family is fundamental.
Yes, without my family, without my sister, I would not be the person that I am today. So I'm really, really happy. My sister, she's healthy, she doesn't have EB, and she was always a big support for me. She never treated me differently, and with her I always felt normal, as to say. Who knows what normal
is? Exactly, the definition is...
And yeah, for me it was a long way to get to who I am today. A few years ago I would never wear a dress like this. I would cover my arms and my legs because people stare and people talk about you behind your back. And I think without my family and my friends, I would never be as comfortable as I am today. And yeah, sometimes you just have to smile, even though inside you want to cry or you're angry, because people, of course, they don't know, sometimes they don't understand. But
if it's any consolation, people talk about us behind our backs, no matter what you have, whether it's because you're blonde, you're dark, you're curly hair, straight hair, there's always a reason, which is why it's important to just get on with your own life. And that's something you are embracing with such joy. What ambitions do you have towards us, the general public, in the sense of how can we be more empathetic? What should we know?
Well, I think it's important to ask before you talk, before you make a face of disgust. Just walk. If you're interested in a person, or if you wonder what a person went through or is going through, just ask. Most of the people, or if I talk from my side, I'm okay with questions, and I prefer to talk about it than being talked about. So yeah, be more open, be more interested, and never judge before you know what the person has been through.
That's very wise words from a very young lady. How long do you think you'll be staying now in Marbella?
At the moment, I wish I could stay for a longer time, but I have to go back to Austria to finish my studies. So I guess in winter I'll be back home already.
And what plans do you have for back there? And what's the differences? I imagine weather is a big difference.
Yes, the weather is a big difference. Sometimes the people are a little bit more distant, and here everything is a little bit more happy and light.
It's literally the light.
Yeah.
The sun brings out the sunshine.
Yeah,
so we can
true.
Probably expect to see you back again in the future.
I hope so.
I know that the association is enjoying very much having your insight and your support, and it's very important that the community gets involved, and like Pablo's parents, in the sense of no judging. We are a community, and those of us who are in a community, it's up to us to embrace each other and to cover each other's backs and make sure everyone feels comfortable, and no judging other people.
Yeah.
And how else can we help? So we can go and buy things in the charity shops?
Maybe you can think of your own events, for example, a charity birthday. If you becoming 50 and you invite a lot of people, embrace them to donate a little bit instead of getting presents, for example. Or you can have a charitable wedding, or
yes, or a baby shower, all kinds of things.
Yeah.
What a wonderful way to celebrate having a healthy baby, helping a baby who maybe just needs a little bit more help and attention, because it is a lot of help and attention. I suppose that must also influence on your privacy and all kinds of things that we can't even begin to imagine that go on. Well, I thoroughly enjoyed meeting you, and I hope I see you again before you go back to Austria.
I hope so too.
You will always be welcome here.
Thank you.
We want to come and organise some events from Marbella now, and RTV Marbella will be delighted. And we'll do them obviously with charity in mind.
Thank you so much
My
for
pleasure.
having me.
Lena from Austria, right here in Marbella. Lovely. Thank you, sweetheart.
Thank you.
I have some wonderful breaking news for you. I'm happy to announce that the harbour right here, as you know it, is part of the Zero Hero program. That means if you are the designated driver, you're not paying for any of your soft drinks and you can have a wonderful night without paying any of your drinks. And yeah, that sounds absolutely perfect. So come on down to the harbour, and if you're part of the Línea Directa program of Zero Hero, you can have all those free soft drinks to yourself.
Hey, hey.
Hi, my name is Charito. My full name is Charo van Hulst, and I'm working for the Butterfly Children charity, Debra Spain, La Piel de Mariposa. I'm very happy to be here, thanks to Nicole King, and I would like to mention two things today. First of all, I would like to mention our golf event of the 9th of August, this Thursday, in Marbella Club, Marbella Golf Club, sorry. And our dinner gala will be on the 11th of August in Aloha, at the Aloha Terrace. This is going to be a great evening. We still have some availability. So in the end of this video, I will leave our website and my phone number, so you can contact us if you would like to join us at the golf or at the gala. Because we're celebrating also our 25th anniversary in Spain, so we're very, very proud of that. Then second of all, I would like to encourage and challenge you all to detox your closets. It's very warm outside, so if you are one day inside with your air conditioning, I would like to challenge to detox your closets and bring your clothes, which you don't use anymore, to the shop. And we have got 3 shops in Andalusia. One in Malaga, one in Marbella, and one in San Pedro. And you can bring it in San Pedro. I will give you the address. It's Avenida Pablo Ruiz Picasso, and we're in Jacinto Benavente. It's next to our headquarters office. So yeah, that would be nice if you could think of the charity shops. Also, I would like to mention it's very important for us to have some volunteers. So this summer, if you are just bored to be on the beach, just come and help us for a few hours in the San Pedro shop, which is actually very, very important to have more volunteers. I would actually, would really ask for more help. That's just vital for us. So I think this is it for so far for today. Again, my name is Charito from the Butterfly Children charity. Our website is debra.es or lapielmariposa.es, and we've got 2 Facebook pages, one in Spanish, Butterfly Children charity, and one in English, Butterfly Children charity, and in Spanish it's La Piel de Mariposa. Thank you so much, and see you next week.
Hey, hey.
Free taxi 4 times a month and 25% discount on your car insurance if you're the Zero Hero.
Yeah, I'm here in Marbella, but it says here I'm in La Canada.
If you haven't mastered the lingo, don't worry. Línea Directa has a free GPS geolocator service that will come and find you.
Hey, hey.
Here on Marbella Now TV, we like to inform foreigners and tourists on new laws that come into action in Marbella. And there's one big one now that started this summer, and that's to do with public nudity. It is now illegal to walk around in public spaces, or even just staying in public spaces or traveling through public spaces with an exposed torso. So no swimwear, not only in your swimwear you're not allowed to be walking, or just shirtless, as you can get a fine of up to 750 euros. Now, public areas and public access areas to beaches and pools, you're allowed to wear you're allowed to not wear a t-shirt. So paseos marítimos, the beautiful ones that we have along the coast, they're absolutely fine. But walking around, let's say, the center of Marbella, looking at menus that there are in the center of Marbella, in the Casco Antiguo, if you're walking around without a shirt on and you're spotted by the police, you may get a fine from 250 euros to 750 euros, depending on how drastic the police see it. Also, carrying sexual objects around, especially you see these in stag parties and Hindus, these dolls that may have, you know, you've seen them around, you know what I'm talking about. That's also not allowed anymore, and this started this summer, so do be careful and do be aware of your surroundings and what you're wearing on yourself.
Hey, hey.
Thank you for joining us this evening. It's been a pleasure to welcome our guests here to the harbour and to have you with us. If you've never been into the harbour, do come up. It looks private and exclusive. It is exclusive, but it's not private. You are so very, very welcome. The food is great. The restaurant is open all day, right through to the evening, and the views are quite spectacular. It's been lovely to be with you. Take care of yourselves, be nice to each other, and we'll be back again at 8 o'clock for another Marbella Now. Hasta luego.